saying goes, it's a very beautiful saying, used to say, never take things by the outward show. Means, never take things by the packaging. They always go for the packaging. Never take things by the outward show, for the feather flies high, but the pearl lies low. Remember this. And this is where we are always deceived. I go into bookstores, I go here and I go there, and beautiful packaging of books and CDs and videos, and you open it and read it, nothing. You open it and read 2 books with 2 different packages. What do both the books say? Both the books are saying, hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock struck 1, the mouse ran down, hickory dickory dock. And then the buyer of the book says, damn, I went on the packaging and I blew it up, it's wasted money. So if you go on the packaging, if you go on the outward show, that's what they say in America. They tell me, oh Gurunath, your books and all, they should have a shrink wrap, they should have this wrap, they should have that. Because in America it's all about packaging. And what I'm trying to tell you, it's all not about packaging. It's not about packaging. If it were all about the outward show, it would be better that I sent you my clothes and I remained inside and sent you my clothes. You know the example about Bernard Shaw. He went very shabbily dressed and casually dressed, so people of higher society said, oh, what a shabby man and what are these things. He was called to a party next time. So he sent his shoe, his suit and his pair of ties. He said, this is what you're worth, take it. You don't want the true man, you go for outward show, you get the outward show. And that's what will happen in spirituality. But getting back to the point, the rapid industrial evolution pushed the human machine to the limits. And now it's the digital revolution, the electronic revolution, the computer revolution. Of course, you feel that one computer can do the work of 10 men, but then you also work 10 times harder. So you're back to square one. Now this industrial revolution pushes the human being to its limits of work, and the only thing is that they cannot tell when to switch off, when to stop. And then those people who keep working on the computer and they do not know when to stop, I believe such people are called nerds. Right? Is that the right thing? Nerds, right? So this nerdiness will be the cause of your own undoing. So don't be nerdy. Don't go on a nerdy trip. So this has to be stopped. This deadline, meeting of the deadlines. This is a major factor which alienated the human being from nature. The rapid industrial development is one of the main causes which stressed you so much that you could not know how to cope. You have to know how to cope. And people keep working for money, and they are so wise that they work for their own death, as though this were not enough. They work hard for it. So all these things bring a wear and tear to the human being, and I tell you, it's really not worth it at the end of the day, at the end of life. You say, what have I struggled with? The companies have sapped me and sucked me dry. We have vice presidents and senior people here, and I'm sure they realize this thing, that they take so much of a toll on you, so much of a toll, that they forget that essentially the human soul, the human being, has to have his self-esteem and be respected. And every time you have to meet a deadline in this rapid industrial revolution, every time you meet a deadline, you die little by little unto your truer self. So meeting the deadline is very, very uh, a destructive thing. If you don't want attention or meeting a deadline, start your work well before. Be in time. Now, thousands of people have taken to the science of rhythmic breathing to cope with the heavy onslaught and the work which you are piled up with in the industries, this heavy work, because time has become the demon monster. Time has become the demon monster which is giving you essential hypertension of unknown cause because of this demon time and industrial deadline. It's giving you asthma, bronchitis, ulcers due to tension and heavy work. All these psychosomatic disorders are the gift of the modern age, the gift of industrial revolution to you. All these psychosomatic disorders, you have the sneezing, you have allergy, you have ulcers, then suddenly you land up with a coronary thrombosis. That's the big Christmas gift. You get the thrombosis and you're in. Oh, you need a bypass. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do work. You have to look after yourself and be aware. And Kriya Yoga is the means. Kriya Yoga is the way which shows you to soothe the nerves and calm the mind. Try it out for yourself and feel the difference. I'm not saying believe me. Try it out for yourselves and feel the difference. It will soothe your nerves and calm your mind. So, Kriya Yoga teaches you to cope with the work that you have in the rough and tumble of daily life. Therefore, I strongly suggest to you and strongly make this appeal that before it's too late, practice this science of the breath called Kriya Yoga.
ah